welcome you all to the
Still
Northeast
waters
Cup.
run deep.
And
Your
yeah,
team is
smiling.
banning.
Definitely, this is going to be a very exciting match. It's the first match of the day, and it's going to be between two Nagaland teams. So I feel like Nagaland, is a
Your team is
is a
banning.
very big powerhouse of MLBB in India as well. I mean, there are a lot of states as well, but I feel like Nagaland is one of those states which have a lot of potential. What do you think about that, Smiling?
I wouldn't say completely agree with you, but kind of agree with you because right now we do have two strong teams. And the fact that a lot of teams have registered from Nagaland as well. So there are quite a
I am now
potential.
the
We
only
might see
one
in
bound
upcoming
by these
tournaments a lot of
chains.
teams, even more teams from Nagaland. So, yep, the draft section is already up, and this is round two, day two, game number one. Right now, we can see that both teams have started with the
The
banned
hunt
phase.
begins.
The
Your
Ling is
team
banned
is
out, the
banning.
Hayabusa is banned out. With that, we can see Phobius and Ruby being banned out as well. So far, I think the bans are agreeable, don't you think, Fredo?
Definitely, I mean, these are very standard bans in this meta. I mean, there's nothing out of the obvious. These heroes were
Come
still
on,
banned when the
Dexter.
patch
It's our
was not
Your
changed.
showtime.
team is
And even after the
banning.
patch was changed, they're still being banned. So I feel like there's no surprise here for anyone. But I definitely feel a little skeptical about the Claude ban because this seems like they are trying to pick up a hero which does not get countered by the Claude. And that means it might be a immobile mage or it might even be a target ban, target ban coming in from anyone in the enemy side.
There are possibilities. Team IDNS
I can
NS
cure the
might be
pain.
cooking something up
I
here,
heal. Your team
but
is picking
Claude
up.
after the recent patch where he don't have mana, it's quite a if there is a good combination that Claude is going to be unstoppable, damage is going to be huge. So I think it's still a decent ban. But
Your
with
team
that
is
being
so
said, a
cute.
Valentina ban coming, that's quite surprising to me. The Uppermoon's here.
Sand
Either they're
rises when
just
I give the
making sure
word.
the hero pool is open in a huge space, or maybe it's just a comfort ban or no ban, I would say basically. But yep, the first pick that IDNC
Fleeting as
are
a
going to go is
snowflake
for
in
that
life,
Gatot Kachan,
as
leaving that Khalid
timeless as a
open
glacier's
and that
heart.
Aurora as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Khalid and Aurora are like definitely one of those kind of heroes, which do not want, which you do not want to face. But I feel like they really didn't wanted to face the Phobius here or the Link. So yeah, that means I mean the ban slots are really limited. So you cannot really ban out all the heroes. But definitely it will be a tough match because the Khalid and the Aurora provide a lot of damage and a lot of crowd control as well. But I feel like Gatot Kacha does give a good competition to the Khalid in terms of his damage
Butterflies
output
ball
as well as
by
the
wish,
tankiness that he
guided
provides. So I
by
feel like it's going
legend.
to be a pretty nice matchup. But definitely, I mean, it's something to watch out for. The Khalid versus the Gatot Kacha in the EXP lane. And oh my god, look at that. Smiling Zushin has been picked up as well. So what do you think about this matchup though? I mean, Zushin against the Aurora? I'm definitely, I know, thinking something might, something interesting is going to happen here.
No, right? That Zushin with Purify is just going to nullify that Aurora's ultimate. And the fact that they have gone
I've
with
been
high
waiting
loss.
for
Look at
too
the
Your team
long.
tankiness
is
coming in
banning.
for Team Blue at this point. They already have two tanky heroes. They have a mid laner who is going to set up quite a composition for whole team fight scenario. So I think so far it's good. But in response, the Upper Moon
I
is just
am
going to lock
more
on that
Your
than a
carry
team
because
is
weapon.
the
banning.
second phase is about to begin. I mean, it's already begun. So I think it was quite smart to, make sure that they go in for that carry pick in the start because they would have probably banned out. So I understand with that pick, but right now we can see that Julian is going to be banned out. So since both the team
True
yet have
love
to pick the
is like
jungler,
blood.
Your team is
they are
banning.
going to make sure the options are completely banned out, or maybe team Blue is going to make sure that they ban out all the tanky heroes because right now they need the roam, and Carmela would have actually been a really good roamer for team Upper Moon. They would have had a lot of composition, a lot of combinations, a lot of rom-coms basically. So I think that's quite a fair pick coming in. But again, the ban phase is up right now. I think they can actually go in for Alice ban. What do you think about that, Fredo?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you said the Alice, right? I mean, that's a very good thing which you just pointed out because both the teams are lacking a jungler, and I feel like
Pain
the Alice is
is the
just
proof that I'm
dominating right
still
now in this
alive.
meta in that jungle role, even the goal lane sometimes. So yeah, that is why I feel like the Alice will be a very good jungle pick here for any of the teams who decide to pick it up. So I feel like right now, if they decide to ban it out, I mean, both the teams are going to miss out on a very big opportunity because the Alice is actually a very, a very strong hero in this meta, which can easily carry the entire game on her own. She can sustain, she can give out damage as well, and on top of that, I mean, she just walks around like a like a fountain or something which deals damage and
Your
even
team
regenerates at the
is
same time.
banning.
So I mean, it's going to be a very difficult thing to handle the Alice, especially looking at the lineup which both the teams are having. But I feel like because of the carry, I feel like the red team will have a bit easier time. But yeah, even the carry might get outscaled by the damage and regeneration coming in from the Alice. So yeah, so it will be a very interesting thing to see if they decide to pick up the Alice here.
I mean, I agree with you. They imagine they just pick that Alice and that Angela combo in this game, and IDNS is going to have such a tough time just to deal with those both. But again, they still have the pick. They are taking their sweet time to make sure that they know what they are picking. And to be honest, if not Alice, I think they can actually go in for Alpha Jungle because that would be quite useful in this game since they're kind of lacking the composition, the tankiness. They have the damage dealers. Khalid can be a front laner to a certain part, but after that they need someone else. But looks like they're going to go in for that Gushin Jungle, and I think Gushin Jungle is quite understandable. Okay, quite understandable. No, Gushin Jungle we haven't seen in a long time, so this is quite surprising to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, see, the Gushan actually, he has a potential to burst down tanky heroes. But yeah, definitely he needs that farm and he needs that gold as well. He needs those items in his inventory to deal that damage which he requires. And like you mentioned, Spidey, look at that. The Alpha has been picked up, and oh my goodness. They just showed the Alice on the screen. This might be interesting if they decide to pick up the Alice because, I mean, both the compositions are very strong. They have the Gatot Kacha, the Hylos in the front line. They have the Zushin as well to pick up and throw you here and there in the Land of Dawn. On top of that, the Bruno, I mean, the Bruno is also a very good marksman, especially in the early game. If he gets that snowball, he gets 1 or 2 kills. He's definitely a force to reckon with. And the last pick coming in that alpha there, I mean IDNS looking very strong right now with those picks. But right now, if the red side decides to pick up that Alice and send that Khalid to the roam, I mean that will also be a very good thing to for the side of team the red team, which is actually Team Uppermoon. So yeah, I feel like it's going to be a very interesting match. But no, it will be going with the Atlas instead in that roam. So oh my god! But look at that though. They have 2 Purifies and 2 Revitalize on the side of Team IDNS. Oh my god, looking so green.
I mean, Alice, if they would have gone for the Alice pick, they would have so much of magic damage, and that would actually kind of not be useful for the teammates. So I think Atlas is much suitable here. He is going to be the front laner. There might be a lot of combinations coming in this game. Both the teams have finalized their draft, and again, guys, it's going to be IDNS versus the Upper Moon, and this is the first game. So I think uh, based on my personal preferences, if you ask who is in the better position, to be honest, I think IDNS is in a little better position. They have that tankiness, they have the front laner, they have the damage dealer, they have everything. So there are possibilities, but again, it depends on how they make the team rotations, how quick they are able to do the farm and the setup basically. So, yep, welcome to the land of Dawn, guys. We are here on the first game of the day. And so far, I think the junglers are just going to farm. But in the top, you just notice better what's going on in the top. Both the teams are just trying to bait out each other there.
Definitely, it feels like a setup. It feels like something might go down here, especially the Atlas. I mean, his connection of that second skill can entirely wipe out that Bruno of his HP, but the Revitalize comes in handy in the very first minute, forced to use that Revitalize to escape that situation. Bruno got into a very bad position there. I mean, the Hylos was providing vision in that bush, but it was not enough because the Atlas, he was ready to gang down that Bruno immediately, when he was. Oh, in the mid lane though, look at that first blood going into the side of Team Blue Moons though, even though they are the ones who do not have the upper hand in the draft. And look at that, Gushan though. Gushan already on that level 4 and he's ready to gang down that Bruno right now. Team Upper Moons, they are looking for something here. 3 people in that bush down there, up there. And I feel like the Alpha is still playing safe though. He doesn't have that vision yet to, engage. So yeah, they'll be waiting down there, I feel like.
Yep, I mean they have positioned themselves up. It's only thing is they need to make sure. I don't think they're actually going to gank. I thought they would, but they are playing quite safe. They are just making sure that they are going in for the farm. They are focusing on the objectives, Gushin just trying to poke that alpha out so badly that nothing is going to happen. But in the bot right now, you can see Khalid is almost level 4, but Gatot Kacha needs that farm. But meanwhile, is Zushin again going to be in the trouble while the turtle is taken? Yep, Zushin will be taken down quite easily, and there might possibly a turtle fight.
Yeah, look at that. The Avatar of Guardians got caught out as well. Alpha has used his Spear of Charge as well. Yep, it might be a triple kill right now. 2 people already taken down. Yo, look at that. Aurora though. She does not have her passive. She will be going down. Double kill for that Hylos already in his own jungle area. This Gushan is getting chased out by that horse. And I feel like the carry has come for the rescue, but will it be enough? Look at that, 4 members already there from the side of Team IDNS to take that blue buff, Blue Moon. That Atlas has his fatal links on him right now. He might be looking for a possible engage, but no, look at that blue buff already taken away from the side of Team Blue Moon. But Gatot Kacha will pay the price for that blue buff going down in the hands of the Aurora.
Yep, I mean IDNS got a good comeback. But again, the Gatotkacha was taken down just for overextension. So I think so far, I don't see much of a difference in the goal. Both the teams are doing quite well. It's just 3 versus 4 kills. The second turtle still has a lot of time, but the rotation on the top is quite necessary. Someone have to stop that carry as well as Bruno, because if either of them get that farm, it's going to be a tough time, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely. It'll be very hard for any of the team in this composition to face against a farmed carry or a farmed Bruno, because both of them deal a huge amount of damage. And right now, look at that high loss though. He has enough amount of HP to go and check that bush, but the Atlas cannot do the same. Oh my god, he's ulted onto a single high loss. The Aurora has used a Frigid Glacier as well. Sorry for that twist of tongue there. Yeah, Frigid Glacier has been used as well. I mean, too many resources for that single high loss in the top lane, don't you think?
I mean, it was understandable. High loss is the rule. And to be honest, it's not easy to melt down the high loss. So if he's in the way, just take him down, to be honest. And Alpha going in with the charge will make sure that Aurora is down. But he is
But right now,
because there was a backup and he will be
yeah.
taken down. I don't think that was a good trade, Fredo. Do you think that was a good trade?
I mean, the Alpha, he took the chance there. Oh, look at that though. Oh, Avatar of Guardian connects into the turtle, but not enough. Retribution on point there from that Gushan. Gushan or a 301. And right now, it feels like the Gatotkacha is trying to back off away from the situation. But yeah, coming back to the point which you're saying, I do not feel like the Alpha did a good thing there by engaging on that Aurora. He was able to manage the kill though, but the timing was not good because the turtle was just coming up. And that it's definitely sure that the enemy team is also going to approach towards the turtle. So he should have waited for the vision there. But no, look at that. Yushin might be going down for the third time. No, instead the Gushan goes down. The Gushan being too aggressive there, I feel like, he was on a 301 perfect KD. I do not feel like it's necessary to go in there. It was a very unnecessary thing, I feel like, Smiley. What do you say?
Yep, that was overextension. I mean, he thought he could catch that Zushin, but not really. The setup coming in here right now is quite sketchy because you can see right now team IDFS is in the position, but again, there is Uppermoon. They are there right there on the map. It's going to be a 3v3 situation if anything is going to happen. That Aurora is there to provide vision. There goes Atlas. Will he be able to connect his stable links? Not really. Just going to retreat. But the fact that Zushin also is there, that Gushin almost really there, but it's going to be easy for the Gushin to come in. But to be honest, I don't think both of the teams are going to take a fight here because the turtle is going to spawn and it's going to take quite a time. It's just that I think they're not getting a good setup. Both the teams are there on the map, they are in the bushes just waiting to beat, but not really, and here goes another fight.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like the Khalid was forced to use his flicker. It might be the Gushan trying to go in though right now. The Hylos has used his glorious pathway. The damage coming onto him because of that carry though so much. Avatar Guardian connects onto 3 people. And look at that. It feels like the side of Team IDNS pulled off a very nice team combination. And with that, look at that. 3 people went down in that fight there. And they might be able to get the mid lane turret as well. And look at that Alpha already onto the turtle. And the Gatotkacha might be looking to push down the bottom lane, tier 1 as well. Oh my god. IDNS just surprised me with that play there. That was very nice, don't you think, Smiling?
I mean, to be honest, that was one of the amazing rombo combos I have seen. There comes the pathway, there comes the Gatotkacha with the jump, and that Alpha just making sure he's charging right at the moment was honestly a very beautiful move. I thought it was almost a wipeout, but then again, it was not a wipeout. So right now we can see that IDNS, they are leading in the goal, they have the advantage. They even went in for the push, which was a good move. They are focusing on the objectives as well. It's not just kills here. They need to remember that the game is not about the kills, but about the victory. There is a high loss and at least just standing and teasing each other at this point. And that's quite funny, to be honest. But
Yeah, but right now it feels like Zushin might get caught out again. The Zushin gets caught out in the hands of that Gushan, but look at that. They have taken the tier 1 as well as that carry down in the goal lane. So the trade definitely feels like it went into the favor of Team IDNS there.
I mean, completely IDNS did dominate. And in the bot, Khalid was also taken down. So a very harsh play coming in. The tables are turned. We might see a different scenario coming here. But there comes that last with the fatal link and that Guardian. But is that enough damage to, hold? Because right now they are dominating so hard. They are going with the charge, making sure they get as much as possible. Alpha going in for the double kill. There comes the triple kill. Does that Alpha want more? Because possibilities are there. But Zushin will make sure taking that kill. And it's a wipe out, Fredo.
I mean, definitely it would have been a wipe out. I mean, the Gatotkacha ulted so well there. There was no way they could escape from that because the Atlas already committed as well as that Aurora. Full commitment there from Team Uppermoons. But I do not feel like, I feel like it was too early for them to commit there because the Avatar of Guardian was not used, and it's a huge crowd control skill, and you do not want to, fall prey to that. But that is why I feel like Uppermoons gained the advantage. Sorry, IDNS gained the advantage in the team fight, and they were the one who took the, third turtle as well. So the Lord down as well. And it definitely feels like right now IDNS are the ones who are in control of the game.
Yep, I mean they have the 6K goal lead. They're already 10 minutes in the game, almost 10 minutes, and they have taken the first lot and might be in trouble. Gushin will be taken down, not in great position. I mean, come on. If the Lord is down, the positioning coming in from IDNS is very strong. They know what they are doing. And the fact that they are going in for the push
Oh,
is
look at that.
quite.
Battle Links connects onto three members. Frigid Glacier connects as well. It might be two people going down. The Zushin, though somehow able to escape with her ultimate. And yeah, that was very, very nice coming in from that Atlas. The Fatal Links connecting so well there. And I would definitely give him the credit for, that team fight there.
Yeah, that was a good team fight, but I think they can actually defend the Lord because it's just the first Lord. The chances are there that they might have to come back. But the thing is that Gatotkacha, someone need to stop that Gatotkacha because the ultimates landing are so perfect. To be honest, Atlas also is using the fatal links on point. It's just that there is no proper backup for that Atlas. I mean, there is Aurora just to make sure the glacier is landed, but after that, no one is there. It's just the two of them who is landing their skills on time. So right now we might see a possible charge coming, and here comes the gang.
Definitely, it feels like right now they might be looking for a possible gang, but they do know that they are the ones at disadvantage here. They need to farm up because look at the goal lead piling up. It's almost 6K right now. So yeah, it feels like Uppermoons will play a bit more careful from now on. Trying to defend those base turrets, inhibitors, which they have right now at the moment, because otherwise those super minions are going to be very annoying.
Yep, and they're
Oh,
getting charged by Hylos, just making sure that he's slowing down the enemies at this point. Although there are a lot of minions marching from the top, from the bot, and mid almost, but I don't think they can actually go in for the push. It's just going to be the shield which is going to go down. The second Lord is still going to take time to spawn, so yeah, they have a chance. But right now, the fact that IDNS is doing so good, they are focusing on, not over engaging. They are engaging when needed, and they're going in for their objectives, which is quite understandable, quite a good composition. And Alpha is farmed so highly now that the region is healing just by dealing the damage is also quite high. So there is no stop for that Alpha. There is no stop for that Gatotkacha, and it's just a high loss. The easy marks are going to be that Bruno and that Zushin. So they need to catch this Alpha and the Gatotkacha off guard. That's when I think they have the chance of comeback. But to be honest, in my opinion, it's going to be really hard if they have. But they are not going to have a comeback. The second Lord is up, which is going to be the enhanced Lord, and it's going to be obviously uncontested Lord. So I think they're doing great so far in the map.
definitely, Team IDNS are the ones dominating, and like I said, they are not new to this game. They have played a lot of tournaments under some other name before, but they are this time coming under the name IDNS. I think they want to make a new name for themselves. They want to announce that they have finally arrived to the scene of Mobile Legends 5v5, and they are trying to make their take their state names higher, Nagaland, and that is why they're putting up such a good show tonight for us. They want to prove that they are the ones who are dominant from their state, and that is why trying to put up such a good show here. I mean, look at the map control which they have, look at the synergy which they have, and definitely right now it feels like there might be an engage coming in. The Lord, they are trying to bait it away from that base turret, successfully able to do so. But look at the Atlas connecting fatal links as well. The avatar of Guardian has connected as well, but now the Bushan will be the one securing the kill on top of that Alpha. Bruno dealing a lot of damage. Look at that, how he's able to just two-shot that Aurora there. Four people still alive though, might be able to defend the base. Yes, they're able to do so, and it feels like somehow Team Uppermoons have been able to survive that Lord.
I mean, the Lord they survived because that Vision took that shutdown on that Alpha. It was going to be quite an hard thing. But GG's to them actually. It was a good Lord defense. I honestly thought it would end, but it didn't. The defense was so good that they managed. To be honest, it was that fatal links and that Aurora's ultimate just coming in on the time that was quite a plus point for them. So I think there are chances of comeback if somehow Team Upper Moon manage to steal the third Lord. Because to be honest, they are not in the position to start the Lord, but they can go in for the steal.
Definitely, you're right about that. They should not try to, go for the Lord, but they should try to steal it, because right now, even though they have all the, I mean, the enemy has a farm lead over them, they definitely have those level 3 ultimates, which they need in those team fights. So it feels like it might be a good idea to try and steal that Lord, definitely, because they have the Atlas. I mean, if him and Khalid are able to bait out the skills of the enemy, then I feel like the Goshen can do some of his work there that he needs to do right now. He has to use his retribution for his teammates. Otherwise, in the next Lord, I do not feel like it will be, an easy task, because they do not have the inhibitor as well on that top lane area, and I definitely feel like, it's going to be very difficult, especially because they do not have that base turret right now.
Yep, and we are already 15 minutes in game, and there goes Atlas with the charge, trying to make sure that the high loss is poked, but not a good poke coming in. High loss just using the pathway to provide the vision. Is this
Oh,
engagement
Fatal
used
Links,
for
and look at that Precious Glacier connecting as well, and it feels like the carry is able to take out the enemy as well. Oh my god, Look at that Khalid though. Khalid was going down to that Bruno 1v1 in that situation. Look at the Bruno's damage right now. It's just so much that the Khalid cannot take it anymore.
Yep, I mean 3v3 situation, and still they are going for the Lord because they have the advantage. They can actually go in, but Bushin still has the chance to steal, not really quite late on the map, and that Lord is going to go for IDNS. And Gatot might be in trouble. Not really. I mean, that's Gatot. He will manage to escape quite easily. They tried, but not quite successful. To be honest, I thought that carry was there and carry would change the game, but I feel like somewhere that carry is lacking damage. There is the front laner, to be honest, that Atlas is so good with Fatal Links, just making sure he's at least catching 3 to 4 members in the ultimate. But the backup, the carry needs to be there on the map in the position with that Atlas. That's where I think the magic would have worked off, but I don't think that's truly going to happen because someone is going to be
Oh,
caught off guard at this point.
the Avatar of Guardian has been used as well. The Atlas did well with her, with his fatal links. But I feel like right now it might be the final push coming in. The glorious pathway has been used as well. Alpha charge coming in onto that Aurora. Aurora taken down by the Bruno. It feels like this might be the end of it because right now Team Upper Moon's not able to sustain enough. The base has been locked down. Double kill already. But this is not enough. And Team IDNS will be winning against Team Upper Moons in this best of one for Nagaland. What a match!
I mean, what a beautiful match is what I would say. They were dominating the game. They had the map control, and the MVP goes to that Bruno. Bruno was quietly farming and making sure they got the